Hi there and welcome back to the Oil Well with me, Nick Dax. This is part of the thriving oils community, and together we are committed to educating, supporting and inspiring people to use essential oils for their health and well-being. This can be physical, emotional, mental or spiritual. Now, today we are going to look at how we can create our very own therapeutic first aid kit using just the oils that you've got in your starter kit. I want you to be able to see what you can do with the oils that you've got. We can also talk about how you can add to your collection, where you might like to go. But really, I've said before, this starter kit has been put together so well. You've got such an amazing combination of blended oils and single oils, and there is so much that you can do with them. So I have out here today, spread upon the counter, a first aid kit. I've tried to think of the things that we might come up against, and I've already made up the rollerballs. So all of these are obviously topical application. These are particularly pretty little rollerballs as well. So as you can see, these are rollerballs that are different colours. You can go very plain and simple. You don't have to go so pretty, okay? But wherever you go, places like Amazon or eBay are brilliant for ordering in your supplies. You can get them in quite big boxes, so sort of 12 or 24 bottles at a time, and they come in different sizes. These ones are 10 mils. They can go much smaller than that, and you can even go a little bit bigger. I find this is quite a nice size. You can carry it around, and actually it also lasts quite a long time. So in our first aid kit, let's start all the way over here. I've done a blend here that is for cold sores. Cold sores or ulcers, very often you'll find that you get those if you get run down. And actually, the over-the-counter remedies for them can be pretty expensive. And like all medication, there are some pretty harsh things in there that you might not want to be putting in your body. So making up your rollerball, using a combination of the Thieves blend and then the Copaiba, you have got an amazing little cocktail there that is superb at getting rid of cold sores. And I have tried this one and it did wow me. It was my first wow moment with the oils actually. And very soon after I got the kit, I went out jogging, I came back and I felt that awful tingle on my lip. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a cold sore, having not had one for ages. And I remember Beth, the lady that introduced me to these oils, had said that really good for sort of oral care, cold sores and ulcers, Thieves and Copaiba. And I rolled it on, and I kid you not, probably within about 2 hours, that tingle had gone, and it went really, really quickly. You can use Thieves Neat for ulcers, so you can just put a dab on your finger and actually apply it to the sort of ulcer area or even the cold sore. It will give a real sort of tingle to start with, but it should be all right. So that's your cold sore blend. We're moving on then to a skin blend. Now there's all sorts of different blends you can do for skin. The one that I've done here is a general one. It could be used for skin conditions like irritation or redness or dryness, but actually this particular blend could also be really good as a face cream, as a face serum, particularly for teenage skin. I've used here a combination of purification, so that was one of the blends of oils, and the reason why that's good is because of the tea tree in it, so you've got really good antimicrobial properties there. Lavender and frankincense. Well, I mean, lavender and frankincense are just beautiful oils to use on your skin. For my blend, slightly older skin, I still use lavender and frankincense, but I've invested in geranium. That's another brilliant oil. So again, if that's something that you wanted to think about, then geranium might be one of the oils that you put on your wish list. It's a brilliant one for females, actually, for our whole kind of health care. Okay, and now we've got our focus blend. Yeah, do you know what? If you just need that little bit more help in the afternoons where we get our slump, we lose our focus, or perhaps we need a little bit of an energy boost, you know, to help us to be more productive at work or homework for the kids, A blend of frankincense and orange is actually really nice. You've got some lovely calming, grounding properties in the frankincense, but of course you've got that sort of energy, that uplift, that mood lifter with the orange. That is a lovely one, either rolled onto the temples or the pulse points, and it's another great one for diffusing. Our tummy blend, this is just like magic in a bottle, okay? Tummy upsets, cramps, bloating, heartburn, irritable bowel syndrome, all those sorts of symptoms, you quite literally just take the digize, the peppermint, you mix it up in your roller ball and you roll it actually onto your tummy area. Now, I don't get a lot of tummy problems actually, but once or twice I think I probably have overeaten and had that awful, oh my gosh, I'm so full feeling, and bloated. And even rolling it on when I've overeaten, there was a real difference to how my stomach felt. It was lovely. So really, really good. Temperature. So we're trying now to look at how we might be able to bring down a child's temperature without immediately turning to the chemist and getting a bottle of Calpol. Combination here of lemon, thieves and peppermint. Peppermint is wonderfully cooling. Thieves has got all the wonderful sort of immune boosting properties, and lemon just overall sort of antioxidant, lifter, detox, so all of those things together can really help to bring down a temperature. And obviously you would look at rolling it onto the forehead area. For children, rolling it onto the soles of the feet, brilliant, and even the base of the spine. The base of the spine is where quite a lot of illnesses develop actually in terms of viruses and sort of bacterial infections. And also with the children, it's just a great one to roll it on feet-wise or back. Takes a while then for it to get into the system, and it kind of is delivered slowly and continually. So, good one there. Oh, immune support. This is magic as well. It's brilliant. Anytime you're feeling run down, coughs, colds, sniffles, a combination of thieves, lemon and frankincense is superb. Again, you roll it on really wherever you want, but if you're feeling in a sore throat area or headachy, anywhere around your neck, even the base of your neck is really good. Behind your ears where the skin is thin, but just anywhere where you can start feeling the benefit. You might even choose to do it on your chest area actually, but very, very powerful. In terms of going on into other oils, one that I now add into this blend is oregano. It's got amazing immune boosting properties, and I use this blend, but I just add in equal number drops of oregano, and I've got, I think, an even more potent one. So again, if you're thinking ahead of other oils that you might want to add to your collection, oregano might well be one of those that you think about. Okay, headache. Do you know, there are so many different blends for headaches. I've tried to put two on here just to give you an example. Some people just use peppermint. Peppermint and copaiba in a roller ball is enough to get rid of their headaches, but it doesn't work for everyone. And this is where you play around and you find what works for you. And it's actually really quite empowering to do that. I've got in this bottle a blend of lavender, peppermint and frankincense. I think that's a lovely blend. I think actually I also put in some copaiba. Remember that that just magnifies whatever you're using. So I'm hoping that that's a really powerful blend there. But you know what, you might just do peppermint and lavender. You might try lavender and frankincense. You play around and you find what works for you. The bumps and bruises one, I have gone, in this particular bottle, I've gone for frankincense and lavender. I mean, I've said earlier, going back to your skincare, it is so good for skin. It's got amazing healing properties in it. In terms of your children, you might decide though to use purification and lavender, because bumps and bruises with children very often come where they've fallen over outside playing, and you might want that extra sort of antibacterial property of the tea tree that you find in purification. But any combinations of those, and that's the joy, you play around, you find what works for you, but they can be really good for bringing down sort of any swelling, helping the bruises to heal more quickly, and even being a little bit of a pain relief. Frankincense is quite good at relieving pain, actually. Chesty. I have not bought a cough medicine or any sort of decongestant since I started using these oils, both for myself and certainly for my youngest daughter. This blend of RC and peppermint is brilliant. I roll this onto the chest area and even the back, sort of the top area of the lungs. Again, soles of the feet for my little girl overnight, so it goes in nice and slowly. And I diffuse this as well when she's like really full of cold. This is just brilliant at clearing out the chest and nose. RC, the blend of oils in that respiratory care blend, actually has got oils that act as an expectorant. So what that means is that any kind of mucus that you might have, it helps to break that down in much the same way that a cold or flu remedy over the counter would do, and actually helps to get rid of any kind of phlegm that you might have on your chest. So that is a lovely one. Pain relief, we mentioned this when we looked at the starter kit, but a combination of Panaway and Copaiba is brilliant. Some people use that for headaches and roll it onto their forehead, and otherwise, you know, for bumps, bruises, muscle pain, joint pain, rub that in and you will definitely feel a benefit. A word of caution though, Panaway contains an oil called wintergreen, and this is where we say about the safe use of oils. You've got to do your research as well. Wintergreen is a natural blood thinner, because what it does is sort of draw the blood to the area of a problem, and it helps it to heal more quickly. If you are on blood thinners as a medication for any kind of condition, you need to be very careful about using Panaway. It's also not recommended to use it on children under 12, so it's a little bit like a paracetamol in that sense. So go for a different option for younger children. I said frankincense was quite good for pain relief, and so was peppermint. But if you're not on blood thinners and you are over 12, this combination is very, very good. Seasonal support. Now I'm talking about when the weather gets warmer, and when we start getting sort of itchy nose, itchy throat, red eyes, snotty nose. A combination of lemon, lavender and peppermint is brilliant. Now you might want to put it underneath your nose so that you're sort of almost breathing it in. You might want to put it around your forehead area, your pulse points, anywhere that you feel the benefit basically. It is superb at lessening those symptoms. And again, you can diffuse that combination as well, and it really is benefiting everybody that's in the room. And the final one that I've got over there is for burns. And I've done a combination of peppermint and lavender, and that is absolutely brilliant for burns. I picked up a saucepan off the stove behind me. I'm still getting used to having an induction hob. I didn't even realise it was on, and I put the saucepan in my hand. Only broke briefly. And it hurt. I put on peppermint and lavender, and I kid you not, the relief I felt was enormous, and it barely even marked me. So it really is a good one. My eldest daughter is a chef, so it's a great one for her to have in a professional kitchen as well. Now, I've talked about what we've put in there, but you're probably thinking, I don't know how much. Again, there's no absolute rule here. You do what's right for you. In a 10 ml bottle, I would say that you want anything from about 40 to 60 drops of oil, but it's up to you. You might respond to the oils much better than another person, so you might not need to make it so strong. And you might want to start off with not so many drops and then build it up once you're comfortable and confident with using them. So in all of these bottles, I've started just with one of these empty bottles. Okay, so we are going to make up a rollerball together now so that you can see how simple it is. We are going to make up a sleep blend. Now, as you build up your collection of oils, there's all sorts that you could actually use to benefit sleep. There's a couple particular that I like. Cedarwood is one of them. It's a very grounding oil, and mixed with lavender, it's beautiful. It's also not a very expensive one, so it's a great one to add into your collection. Another one is vetiver, which is a really, really thick oil, but it is superb at, again, grounding people and unwinding. Very effective on children that are very overactive, maybe ADHD, even autistic children. It can really help to focus them. But again, mixed with lavender, it's super for sleeping. Now, in our starter kit, there's a couple of oils that people love to use. One of those is Stress Away, and of course the other is lavender. And that's what we're going to do today. We are going to use lavender and Stress Away in our sleep blend, and we're going to probably put in about 20 drops of each of those oils into a carrier oil. Now, carrier oil that I'm using is fractionated coconut oil, but you could use anything that you want. Sweet almond oil, avocado oil, peach kernel nut oil, olive oil, and honestly, anything. When you buy these kits of bottles, very often you will get little accessories with them. This is a teeny tiny funnel, but it can be great for actually helping you get the oil into your little bottle and not all over the side, she says. Another thing that you very often get is a little pipette, a little plastic dropper pipette, but actually, again, really useful in terms of getting the oil in cleanly. So just give it a good squeeze, suck up some oil, and then carefully fill your funnel. If for any reason the oil doesn't go down, just lift it slightly, let a little bit of air in, and it should go down smoothly. Now what I'm going to do is just turn this around so that you can actually see the oil going in. I'll just let a bit of air in. Now I would suggest that you fill it about halfway, maybe just over. So you're adding your carrier oil first and then adding in some of the essential oils. And with the essential oils, I tend not to use the funnel. So if we just take that out and put it to one side. So we're just going to try and drop in about 20 drops. And again, it doesn't matter, it's not precise, but about 20 drops of each of the oils. So just very carefully holding them over and then counting as they go in. 10, we'll just keep going. Brilliant, so that is about 20. Might have been 21 for luck. Some of the oils are really thick actually. Like I said, vetiver is ever such a thick one. And it is sometimes good to get a little glass dropper and use those instead. But lavender and Stress Away usually are ones that come out quite easily. Like watching paint dry. About halfway there. All right, I reckon that's about right. Okay, and once your essential oils are in, and as I said, we've done 20 of each, but you could probably easily do 30 or more. I know some people that make theirs ever so strong. I don't feel I need it. I feel a benefit from how I make them at the moment. So really, again, it's all personal preference. Just let's pop that little funnel back in, and then we're just going to fill it up to the top, or as near to the top as possible. Wonderful. Okay, so all we need to do now is to pop on the little roller ball. As you can see there, I've gone for metal roller balls. They do last just a little bit longer. Metal and glass are much better to use with essential oils than plastic. Now you can just push these on But again, another little tool that you sometimes get is something like this, different size holes for different size roller balls, but you can actually just put these on top and push them down. And likewise, these little semicircles on the outside are great for putting underneath and flicking off the balls when you're ready to refill. I'm just going to do it, oh, she says by hand. There we go. Nicely pushed down, the lid on, and then just a jolly good shake to make sure that those essential oils have blended, and then you are good to go. Just rolling it on, and you will be able to immediately smell that. It's beautiful. It's a really nice one. It's one I use quite often actually at night time, so I feel like it's bedtime now. Okay, so that is how easy it is to create a roller ball. And as I said, you've got so many brilliant oils in that starter kit. Don't be shy, experiment, and start seeing how much you can benefit from the oils that are in there. You will grow in confidence. You'll start realizing other oils that you might like to bring into your blends. But honestly, these will really help you, and you can turn to these little roller balls before you try over-the-counter medicines. They're so easy to carry around with you. I've got a little travel bag that I have in my bag. This one is a hard case. You can get soft cases too. My oils bottle is not as pretty as the ones I've used today. But in here I've got some that I just use as perfumes. I've got some that obviously are of benefit. So I might have, you know, a mood lift, an energy, a focus. But they're all lined up, they're all ready, and they're there when I need them. So have fun creating, but don't forget to join me again on another video very soon, where we will be finding out even more things that we can do with these wonderful oils. Until then, please like, share, subscribe. If you need to contact me, then you can get in contact through the links at the end of this video. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. Until next time though, take care, bye-bye.